We are back for another week of action here from Woodbine Racetrack under glorious conditions for racing, as Robert spoke of. The Mother Nature company, I'm not sure if it's one person or a bunch of different people. Whoever's in charge of the weather, they're taking good care of us here today as we have glorious conditions for racing, and fingers crossed it's going to stay that way coming up this weekend, because obviously we have some marquee races on the turf. It is Turf Champions Day taking place on Saturday, and I was looking at the forecast. It looks like it's going to be overcast with a chance of rain on the other side of the program on Saturday in the evening. So that would help out the situation. Obviously, if we didn't get any rain, they're just calling for about 5 millimeters anyway, so it's not like it's going to be a massive deal. But some great betting races coming up on Saturday's program. That's the best wagering card we're going to have, well, at least we've had to this point. This season at Woodbine is going to be on Saturday, and we'll have I'll look at all the big, guarantees and pools and stuff like that, all the wagering opportunities for you as well a little bit later on the program. So before we look ahead, I think it's important that we give some props to Team Stronach, Ryan Munger, and Conditioner Sittard as we kick off our edition of Woodbine Racing Live with topic number 1, which is the Prince of Wales Stakes. Let's go back and take a look. Had a very good performance. The top 3 ran terrific, as a matter of fact. Obviously, Mancetti, the plate winner, was the favorites, and he had to lead the top of the stretch, and here comes Runaway again. I thought Faber ran terrific. Faber, the longer the better for him. I thought this was a bit of a speed inside track on the Prince of Wales program, and Mancetti's on fumes right now. He's on his wrong lead at this point of the proceedings, and here comes on the outside Runaway again, who's so nicely bred, and is going to nail Mancetti very, very late. And this is the first Prince of Wales Stakes for Conditioner Sittard, first for Ryan Munger as well. Back-to-back wins for Team Stronach. Of course, they won the race last season, and they come right back to win it yet again here this year. Final time was 1:55 and 3/5, but you can tell Mancetti, he's on his wrong lead right now. He's on fumes, and he just can't quite hold off Runaway again. And the thing about Runaway again that is so appealing to me is he was so good first time out, and the plate, I mean, that's tough to go into the plate in your second career start. He didn't bring his A game for whatever reason, but he bounces back in start number 3. And from all indications, Ashley Mayu caught up with the winning connections in the winner's circle. It sounds like if he comes out of the race okay, he's going to be going towards the Breeders' Stakes, which would be great to see, because you're going to have Runaway again. You're going to have the runner-up from the King's Plate as well, Tom's Magic. I don't think Mancetti's going to go there. I think they're going to freshen him up for the Ontario Derby, but there's a very happy Ryan Munger, and to win a Canadian Classic race for him, just a great thing to see as Runaway again, the winner of the Prince of Wales Stakes. And our friends down at the Fort, they got glorious conditions for racing on Tuesday, which was terrific too. And a very worthy winner, and a horse that's got a lot of upside, as a matter of fact. And I don't think Mancetti, I don't think he lost anything at all going down to defeat in there. He just got a little bit tired. And again, Faber, just a terrific run for him, running against the bias, I thought, on the Prince of Wales program on Tuesday. So that's topic number 1, the Prince of Wales Stakes. The third and final jewel, the Triple Crown, sponsored by OLG, will take place as the Breeders' Stakes. And we'll have more on that coming up for you in the days to come. Let's get to topic number 2, which focuses in on the first race of the day here at Woodbine. And we're going to focus in on what's called debuters for the most part. We have a slew of them. Those that are not debuting include the 4 Twist of Sugar, who I made my, I think I made my price play of the day. It was 8-1 value play. 8-1 on the line, 8-5 right now. I didn't think we'd get 8-1, but I thought the other Chirkop horse would take a ton of money, this being Hardtap, who's a bit of a buzz horse right now. When we get to our selections in here in a couple of seconds, everybody with the exception of me is taking Hardtap. And Hardtap has gone through a couple of different sales, as a matter of fact. And this one's a Cantheros. Cantheros is a great debut stallion out of a mare that won once in her career and was a bit of a long-distance horse. Now, the mare, what's so cool about the mare is she is from the same family as Bernardini. We all know how good Bernardini was back in his racing career. So the workouts very fast from the gate, 47-4, but not taking a ton of money at this point, odds of 6-1. I thought I was kind of being the wise guy in here trying to upset this first-time starter, but that's not the case right now. Twist of Sugar is very, very quick, and she's going to go to the front. If she can get to the front, she might not stop in here, and she comes out of the Catch a Glimpse Stakes. The race prior to that, she finished 4th and against a good one in Sweet Fusion as well. Now, the Clocker report for today, they've got a first-time starter from a barn that we don't talk a lot about. And this is a Corey McChesney outfit, and this is Auntie's Bambino, who Ernie saw working here at Woodbine earlier on this season before going down to the Fort. This mare is from the same family as Amalfi Coast and made a lot of money for a variety of different connections, as a matter of fact. But most money was made for conditioner Kevin Attard in the Terra Racing stable, then was sold and moved over to the Marcassi outfits. That one will start from post position number 1. The 3 is Final Accord. This is a War Will first-time starter. He's not great with first-time starters, especially going 5/8 of a mile. Instant Response, you can't discount this one. Quick horse, good runs and back-to-back races as well. But don't I feel like a wise guy, or not a wise guy, don't I feel silly more than anything, making my value play, the number 4, Twist of Sugar, again, 8-1 on the line, but all the way down to 9-5 right now as we speak. So a lot of debut horses there coming up in race number 1, which is a lot of fun. Now the rail's way out, by the way, in lane 4 here today. Don't forget about that. We're going 5 furlongs on the inside turf course. Let's get to topic number 3 now, and this is Late Energy. Well, I have that coming up at about 7 o'clock tonight when the last race goes. That is to be determined. 5th race of the day. We'll start off the late pick 3, as we do have 7 races for you in total. We're going to go 7/8 of a mile. I made an optional 40 in here. And Super Sporty, I'm off her bandwagon. I picked her one more time last time out. She was a major disappointment yet again. They got to do something. The speed stuff with Super Sporty is not working. I don't know, you got to bring the horse from off the pace or something, because it's just not been working to this point. Toast the Ghost, I think, is in store for a good performance. Good run last time out for 40. I don't mind that one's chances. But let's talk about Sobiak in here. Now, the only negative that I have with Sobiak is kind of that she was under a hard ride in this race. But what I like is the winner. The winner is actually going to show up in against stakes competition coming up on the program on Sunday. So I like that. That was the first time starting Neri in his tour for the birthday girl, Krista Cole, who celebrated her birthday today. But just like watch the ride here from Sahin Savachi with Sobiak here, really getting after this horse. The late pace just absolutely collapses in here, which helps out the situation. You can tell these top 2, they're on fumes right now at this point. Here comes the 10, here comes the 6, here comes the 3, here comes the 1. But right now we're kind of splitting horses in here, and it's a good run for your first time on the synthetic at 5 furlongs. Now you get a chance to go 7. That's going to help out Sobiak, I think. And not a bad gallop out in here, but I just wonder now at the stretch if maybe Sobiak might be a little bit closer to the pace. It's a possibility, so we'll put that one on top. Golden Goose, kind of the unknown in here. You know, the horse didn't really take much money at the Belmont at Aqueduct meet back on June the 12th and never got in it. Lost by a huge margin on that particular occasion. So we'll see if that one's able to bounce back with a better race. And how about Rachel Halden? She had a great weekend. And they have a first-time starter named Choices Maiden here, who was not a very expensive purchase, and the mare was a one-time winner. The last couple of works looked pretty good there. One was from the pole, and then the last one was from the gate in 48-4 getting ready. So that goes as race number 5 on the card. And that's topic number 3, that being Late Energy. 4 wide. Well, this next horse that we're going to focus in on has not had much luck, racing luck. And that is Candace, who had a very wide trip last time out. The favorite has been installed as Symbol Court at odds of 5-2. And Symbol Court's taken the drop down in class for the Prince of Wales winning conditioner, that being Sittard. Lost to Take My Bourbon Neat last time out. That's a good frame of reference for sure. And now, all of a sudden, we're coming back in distance here today. And we're going to go, no, pardon me, we're stretching out in distance, but we're dropping down in class here today. But watch the wide trip last time out for Candace. Undying Lady is going to win the race, and we are, what would you say, 4 wide the entire way pretty much in here. And Undying Lady gets the jump on us. We're trying here on the outside, but we're just not going to be able to get there. We just run out of real estate, as I like to say. And Undying Lady, she's a pretty consistent horse. Like, she's a legit 15,000 claimer. So good run from the winner, good run from the runner-up in here, that being Candace. But I think if I'm Andrew Smith, I'm obviously thrilled with how the horses run, because 2 of the 3 races have been fantastic. And they took the horse for just 7,500. But they just need some racing luck. Like, just if this horse can get a clean trip where we're not 4 wide or blocked or anything like that, I think today might be the old picture taken day for career start number 17 and looking for a career win number 3. And it's pretty much a clean clean sweep with the 4, that being Candace, as many of us are going that one's direction. Just want to give a quick note here to Magic Modi. Might be a real pace presence, but with Fanny M in here, I just don't know how easy a lead Magic Modi is going to get in here. I think Magic Modi might be the better of the horses at this point, but I think we're going to have a bit of a contested pace battle in here, and I think that's why many of us are going towards the 4 Candace as our top pick there in race number 6 to start off the late double. No sound effect? There we go. Sound effect guy. It's just first day back at work, so we're a little bit late on the uptake in there. Trip handicappers will have a horse coming up in race number 7 on the program, and made an optional 25,000 claimer, going a mile and 16th on the inside turf course. And Top of the Mountain is the one that I want to focus in on, who got so delayed last time out, and that cost the horse the race. Reload 8 got the jump, got smooth sailing, and poor Top of the Mountain had to wait. Finally got towards the outside and just flew home to finish in the 2nd place position. I really like this horse today. We're back in for the same evaluation. And listen, you shouldn't really be overly confident when you're talking about a horse that's 0 for 11 with 5 second place finishes, but I just love the way the horse ran last time out. And, maybe this 8 horse is going to be the one to beat in here. Certainly a horse that last time out made a bit of a middle run, couldn't quite sustain it, eventually finishing in the 4th place position. But, Steve Cherkop could have a good day at the office in here. He's got a couple of first-time stars that look live in the opener. Kevin Nichols could have a good day. He's got Candace, he's got Top of the Mountain. Lisa going towards the 1, Chevron Naroda as her 2nd pick in here, who just missed last time out against Radio Goo Goo. I'm going to give a bit of a tip of the cap to Mackenzie Road in here. Mackenzie Rhodes had back-to-back performances in for 40, and now we're in for this $25,000 price tag. That should help. The turf, I think, listen, you're by English Channel. You should be fine on it. I realize the overall results haven't been there, but, I just think the inconsistency is what alarms me more than anything with Mackenzie Rowe. But one of our better races, she can definitely be right there in the mix of things. We've got some plays of the day that we're going to pass along for you as well. And we'll get to those for you right now in terms of our next topic. And I'll start off with mine. So my value play, 9 to 5. That being a Twist of Sugar off that 8 to 1 morning line. My drop and pop is Voice from Above, perfectly spotted for today, coming up in the 3rd. My watch list comes up in race number 6, that being Candace off some troubled trips. And my best bet comes up in race number 7. We're going to go the Top of the Mountain for that one. My good friend Elisa, she's got her Team Cherkop play in here with Heart Tap. She says, box the Cherkop horses, the 2 and the 4, and she's got Heart Tap as her top pick. Her new friends play is going to be Voice from Above with the drop down in class. She thinks that Sobiak will appreciate the extra distance. And a little bit of a better draw here today for Candace. What about Ron and Doug? Doug, the author of the Journal, says Candace for him. Oh, Woodbine TV Prod says, Jeff's off the bandwagon, we're on. And so they're going to pick Super Sporty as their beat the favorites. And Ron says his play of the day is going to be Him to Her, who's getting onto the turf coming up in race number 4. I think that's first time turf for Him to Her, is it not? Yes, it is. So we'll see how that experiment goes coming up a little bit later on the program. So those are our plays of the day. I got 13 seconds to bank. But let's get to our next topic, because I should probably bank it when we're talking about the Turf Champions program taking place on Saturday here at Woodbine. Great card of racing. It's my favorite day of the entire year. And here's a look at what we've got from a wagering point of view. So there's going to be a mandatory payout, whether the jackpot pick 6 or the high 5 goes today or not. There's going to be a mandatory payout for the jackpot power pick 6 and the high 5. That'll be races 7 and 12 respectively. Do note these wagers now. The Turf Champions pick 3, that's got a low takeout, $5 base bet. And if you wake up early enough, you can play the Global Grade 1 pick 5, 20-cent base bet, 15% takeouts. You've got the Irish St. Ledger, the Irish Champions, the Summer, the Natama, and the Mile. That wager, if you're alive, will last for hours because those races, they get underway a little bit early. That's the Global Grade 1 Pick 5 taking place on Saturday. Let's take a look at some of these Breeders' Cup Challenge win and you are in events. We'll start off with the Bet365 Summer Stakes. And obviously it is mile weekend. You know that Charlie Appleby is going to be well represented. He's got Wild Desert in here. Not the plate winner Wild Desert. This is a different Wild Desert. Don't get confused. Two Out Hero, one of several in the race for conditioner Kevin Attard. Teddy's Rocket I would have put on top, but the draw is killer for that one. Two Out Hero will be my play in that one. That's the Bet365 Summer. Let's take a look now at the Johnny Walker Natalma. I think Dance the Music looks really good in that race. I think she's going to be tough. Chad Brown's Deep Learning ran terrific down in Saratoga first time out. Could be any kind. Hot Mash and a big run. I think it was at Colonial when going 5/8 of a mile, setting very, very fast fractions. So that one installed at odds of 6-1. I think Team Woodbine, they're up against it a little bit in that race. And then we're going to get to the Rogers Woodbine Mile. And this to me is the battle between Notable Speech and One Stripe. And what is so funny about these two favorites is they both had disastrous trips in their most recent races, especially One Stripe, who's going to make his North American debut. And Notable Speech, obviously, ran very well in the Breeders' Cup last season and will start from post position number 2. And you know what's the big difference for these races this season? They're all on the inside turf course. Now, if you like to play in some tournaments, we've got a Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge tournament taking place on the program on September 13th. You can play in Canada via HBI Bet. If you are watching from the States, you can play on Express Bet. You can win one of two 10,000 Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge seats. For more details, you can visit the Woodbine website, woodbine.com/BCBC. So I think we got you covered in terms of like wagering opportunities and tournaments and stuff like that. And we're hopefully going to have a great day of racing, because whenever you have horses coming from around the world and humans coming from around the world too, you want to put on a good show, and I think we will put on a very good show coming up on the program on Saturday. And don't forget, coming up on Sunday, we have some Ontario sired 2-year-old baby races as well of the stakes variety that we look forward to bringing you to. Pretty nicely timed show by producer Mike. We're done right at 25 minutes to post. That's pretty much bang on, bang on. We're going to take a bit of a break. When we come back, we'll get you all set for the opener as we kick off another week of action here from Woodbine. Good luck with all your selections.